Living. It's a gorgeous day here in the Coastal Bend, and we've got a lot to cover. First, we're going to start off the week with some great goals and the right mindset. It's a Mindful Monday with Dr. Chad Peters. We always look forward to that and starting our week off right. Plus, we've got another coastal creative. Joseph Martinez is in the house, and we can't wait to celebrate his art. And speaking of music, the CC Symphony has their last show of the season, and of course, plenty more to come this year. We're going to visit with them and learn about this upcoming show, what to expect for the remainder of the year. Thank you for joining us. You're watching Coastal Living.
I guess on the whole, sometimes I want the Mindful Mondays segments to have deep, profound meanings. Other times I just want to inject a small little dose of happiness. Because sometimes it doesn't take deep meaning or introspection to get to our feelings. We need these things in our life. And I mean, we're all chasing happiness. It's a big business. We're all bombarded more than at any other time in our life that we should be happy. And today, I learned a great lesson from a stranger. While stopping to fill up at a local gas station, I saw a man get out, and immediately the humidity of the day fogged up his glasses. This was quite a welcome surprise for him. He chuckled, he kind of looked around to see if anyone had noticed him, and it was like he was looking at a new universe for the first time. He just saw the world differently. It's like the puppy that I just brought home, trying to take everything in. He then simply took his glasses off, polished them on his shirt, and had a huge smile on his face. Now, my guess is he won't remember this when he lays his head down to go to sleep tonight. And really, who cares? It's not something life-changing. It's nothing with impactful, deep meanings, and it's definitely not something with new insights into the inner workings of the universe. It was simply his glasses fogging up and a chuckle. It was fun, and it was for the tiny, everyday things that happen in life. We all have these. It was enjoyment in the moment. Now, I was talking to one of my friends the other day about the commute that I have to work. You see, I live on Padre Island, and every single day I get to come across the Causeway, which is arguably the most scenic and greatest commute in our entire country. On a clear day, sometimes I can see all the way to downtown and the bridge that's about to be completed. It was absolutely gorgeous. But on most days, I miss it. Despite driving across that causeway nearly every single day for the last 2 decades, I'd say 99% of the time, my brain is somewhere else. I'm thinking about my kids' games that night, or the work that has to be done, or my first patient at my chiropractic clinic, and even if the air conditioner is going to work today. And that's just the way it is in our life. Our brains, in essence, are problem-solving machines, and their default is to find problems to solve, to stay busy. Now, there was a time in my life when I got a little bit into the Buddhist koans and these life-changing messages that stem from millennia of knowledge and thinking. But paradoxically, so many of the Buddhist teachings are not complex. They're about being in the present moment. So much is taught on don't miss the small things while you're looking for the larger picture. And yeah, while you're doing that, do it again. Smell the flower, eat the strawberry, enjoy the foggy glasses. Now, I may be the first person to tie together ancient Buddhist koans with an incredible 1980s movie, Ferris Bueller, but come on, Ferris said it best. Life moves pretty fast, and if you don't slow down and look around every once in a while, you could miss it. Happy Monday, everyone. Find enjoyment in something small this week. Until next time.
Now, I think the best date night here in the Coastal Bend would certainly include a visit with the Corpus Christi Symphony. The most romantic thing you could do, especially when you can catch them at the Performing Arts Center. I have Mr. Hector Guzman with me with the Corpus Christi Symphony to talk about the last show of the season. And Hector, take it away. What can we expect from this show?
Well, thank you. Good to see you again. And I'm delighted to tell you that our last concert of our season, which has been very successful, thank goodness, will feature not the whole opera, but the highlights of perhaps the most often performed opera of all time, Carmen, by French composer Georges Bizet. Now, like most all operas, this has everything. It has passion, it has love, it has tragedy. The main character at the end gets killed. I mean, everything that an opera has this opera will feature that. We have 4 outstanding singers from the Houston Grand Opera Studio. We have a massive choir made out of several choirs in the area, and of course our very talented Corpus Christi Symphony Orchestra. So this is a fitting finale of a very successful season. You were absolutely right. If there's really not an evening that it's, well, as you said, a perfect date night, because this opera is famous because, well, many reasons, but musically is absolutely gorgeous, has very well-known melodies. The cast is first class. You have also the very beautiful place, the PAC, the Performing Arts Center there at Texas A&M University, Corpus Christi. So the whole evening lends itself to be an exciting one, and as you said, perfect date night.
I love that. Well, congratulations on a successful season. Sometimes it can be tough to get our community to show up at different types of events, but the symphony is absolutely worth the commitment. And with that said, how does somebody purchase tickets for this event?
The best thing is just to look for us online, because you can see the chart of the seats available, and you can choose your own seats. So it's ccsymphony.org, and you can find all of the details there. So, and yes, 7:30, March 8th, at the PAC. And again, I hope that, as you said, people get excited about this and join us on our last concert of the season.
Definitely. And as you mentioned earlier, the Performing Arts Center is just the venue for music like this. So if you haven't experienced it, that in itself is out of this world. So what shows, can we allude or anticipate any shows for the next season that you'd like to tease before we go?
Oh, yes. We're very excited. Violinist Chi Young Kim, who was featured in this season, is coming back. And we're going to play the music of Tchaikovsky and there, our opening concert. We have a guest conductor November 15th. Michael Cavanaugh, who is a Tony and Grammy Award nominee, is singing the music of Billy Joel. February 7th. And then in April, the orchestra will be paying tribute or celebrating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. It's going to be a fantastic season, and we're going to close with fireworks.
Amazing. Well, we are looking forward to it. Again, if you're watching and you're interested, men, if you're looking for something to spice up the date nights with your wife, this is a great opportunity to surprise her with something so romantic. And again, it's just something that could be such an emotional experience for those of us who have been to a million symphonies or not one in our entire life. So definitely something going to cross off your bucket list, CC Symphony. So go to the website, grab your tickets, and get ready for the last show of this season and many more to come for the rest of the year. Let's continue to uplift our Corpus Christi Symphony. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Medical bills can range from small expected copays to huge unexpected ER bills, which is what just happened to one family I spoke with. Either way, there are some ways to keep those costs down. Jeremy Smallwood knows all about big medical bills after his 8-year-old hurt her arm while playing. A local urgent care suspected a broken wrist, so the family drove to the nearest ER where a nurse checked them in.
While she was taking her blood pressure, I said, "So you do have a ortho that can put a cast on her?" And they said no.
He says the orthopedic doctor had left for the day. They received care elsewhere, but were still stuck with a huge ER bill.
It's temperature and blood pressure, and they didn't have the services that I needed. And lo and behold, I get a bill for over $2,100.
About $1,500 after insurance. Caleb Silver with the personal finance site Investopedia says one way to avoid larger than expected bills is understanding your coverage.
What are you paying for? What are the deductibles?
For non-emergency situations, Silver says ask for an estimate beforehand. After treatment, request an itemized bill and review it for errors. And always ask your hospital system about discounts based on income or for paying your balance in full.
Some providers actually prefer you to pay in cash up front. That could soften the blow a little bit down the line.
After we contacted Smallwoods Hospital, they agreed to lower the bill to $700, but he still can't understand the fees.
You know you don't have somebody that can provide the care that they need. Why would you charge them over $2,000 for that?
If it's not a true emergency, this dad says he'll head to an urgent care or the family doctor next time so you don't waste your money. John Mattery, Scripps News Group.
It's Cyber Monday, which means there's all sorts of deals online, so we can save big without ever leaving our house. And to help maximize our time online, we have a quick throw-together hamburger soup that's made with ingredients that you'll probably have on hand. We start by browning ground beef and some chopped onions in a soup pot for a few minutes. After draining off the liquid, we add some beef broth, a bit of tomato paste, a can of diced tomatoes, and a package of frozen peas and carrots. And to give this lots of taste, we toss in a bit of dry mustard, garlic powder, and salt and pepper. We give this a good stir and let it simmer for about 20 minutes until all the flavors come together. It's that easy. And whether you dig into it as is or top it with some shredded cheddar, boy, are you in for a burgerlicious treat. So while you're online snatching up all the deals, make sure you visit our website and print out a copy of what we call hamburger soup. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a time and money saving way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
How to get started as a first-time home buyer. Number one, know your budget. Start by crunching those numbers. Look at your income, your debts, and savings. You want to determine how much home you can truly afford. And don't forget, the down payment assistance programs in Texas help first-time home buyers. Number two, get pre-approved. Before you start touring homes, talk to a lender and see how much home you can truly afford. This shows sellers that you're serious and gives you a clear idea of what price range you can afford. Number three, work with the realtor like me. A good realtor is a guide through the process. They'll help you find the homes that match your needs, negotiate offers, and ensure you're making a smart investment. Number four, research the neighborhoods. Texas is full of diverse communities. Take the time to explore the areas, schools, and amenities that matter to you.
This Coastal Living Trusted Advisor segment is paid for by local realtor Demetria Smith. Her expertise makes buying and selling a breeze.
We're off to a great start, but don't go anywhere. When we return, flying cars, you've seen them in the movies. Is it something we could expect in our future? Honestly, at this pace and with everything going on with AI, who knows? I wouldn't doubt it. But we'll learn about that and so much more when we return on Coastal Living.
Symbol of their defiance.
March at the Movies kicks off with two futuristic flicks. In The Lost Lands, based on a George R.R. Martin short story, and Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17 both arrive March 7th.
I hope that shatterproof glass can withstand the abuse.
Porky Pig and Daffy Duck are back on the big screen in The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which opens alongside Steven Soderbergh's spy thriller Black Bag March 14th.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
Theaters may get busier on March 21st when Disney's live-action remake of Snow White, Barry Levinson's mob drama The Alto Knights, and the bodybuilding drama Magazine Dreams land in theaters.
Like, I'm the emotional support human and it's the dog that can't cope.
And March closes with a trio of films opening the 28th with Naomi Watts and Bill Murray in The Friend, the comedy The Ballad of Wallace Island, and the horror yarn The Woman in the Yard.
Flying cars have been a vision of the future for decades. Now, a California startup may be close to making it a reality.
I think it's breakthrough technology. I think Aleph and Jim Devonsky are helping make the dream come true that we've many of us have had since the Jetsons were on ABC television back in the early 1960s.
Aleph Aeronautics recently made history by test driving a flying car they've been working on for years. This video shows the car lifting off of the ground, flying over an SUV, and then landing back on the ground. The car has been displayed at various car shows before this, but the flight part of it has always been demonstrated by an animation until now.
It's a very gradual and slow process. It's not like it wasn't flying and one day it's flying. No, we started with a small model, then we added functionality, this functionality, then we did the redesign. It's a very incremental process.
While this all seems exciting and futuristic, aviation experts say they have a lot of questions that haven't been answered yet.
I was just wondering what's under the hood, literally what is under the hood. And when they're keeping people several hundred feet away and not letting journalists get close to this and not showing you the interior and not letting you actually see the pilot enter or exit the vehicle or the driver, however you would classify it, again, it raises a lot of questions. So I'm wondering, how real is this?
Aleph Aeronautics imposed strict media restrictions around how the test drive was filmed. Crews had to shoot at a distance and were not allowed to see the inside of the car. Aviation experts were also wondering about the logistics of getting flying cars in the air.
How high will they be allowed to fly? Will the FAA be involved in managing these types of flying cars? Will they even be considered aircraft or not?
Aleph is just one of several companies developing flying cars around the world. The company's CEO hopes to begin production of its vehicle next year. The tentative price tag is around $300,000.
What's going on, guys? My name is Joseph Martinez. This is my buddy Luis. We're in a band called 18 Hours, based right here in Corpus Christi, Texas. We play all over the place, play some awesome shows. Come check us out. Follow us on social media at 18 Hours Music. We're going to jam a song that we just released about a month ago in December at the time of recording here. This song is called The Missing Link, and I hope y'all dig it. Night we met in the park, our favorite band singing in the dark. I made our plan and took the lead. He disappeared, the joke's on me. Resetting the clock, our time is up. Stupid me ran out of luck. I can't pretend, but if I only knew every song that I would think of you. I played your game, I bent the rules. Is this no fate of fools? I don't wanna let you go, you're all I've ever known. Convince myself I'm fine, but every time you cross my mind, memories plead their case. I still see your face, but I know I've gotta let you go. You're running wild inside my mind. I searched for a day so hard to find. You said goodbye, see you soon. That was December, now we're June. I know you're gone so forever far, so wanna be right where you are. I was a phase, you were my moon. You were the lover I never knew. I did my best to hold you close. My heart was overdosed. I don't wanna let you go. You're all I've ever known. Convince myself I'm fine, but every time you cross my mind, memories plead their case. I still see your face, but I know I've gotta let you go.
And I just cannot believe that you're not the one for me. When will I forget you like you've forgotten me? And I just cannot believe that you're not the one for me. When will I forget you? I don't wanna let you go. You're all I've ever known.
out my mind. It's such a day, so hard to find. Convince myself I'm fine. That was December, now it's June.
Memories play their case. I still see your face. Now I've got
For us here today on Coastal Living. Now, I know it's only Monday, but we do have a lot to look forward to throughout the week. And of course, it's not too early to start thinking about the weekend. Am I right? I know I love food and food trucks, and I'm sure I'm not alone in this. So we look forward to sharing our friends and the upcoming event of the Taste of the Coast, a food truck festival happening at Water's Edge Park this coming weekend. And we've got a lot more to cover. So be sure to join us tomorrow and every weekday right here on Coastal Living. Until then, let's keep the conversation going online at Coastal Living TV on Facebook and Instagram, and find all your favorite segments and commercial-free episodes on our YouTube channel at Coastal Living TV Corpus Christi. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.